Welcome to another CEO interview. Today I'm joined by Peter Christopher, who is the CEO and founder or co-founder of Christian Filipina. Are you the co-founder?
Yeah, my wife and I did found it together about a year after we met in the Philippines.
Wonderful.
Nice to be here with you together, Mark.
Great. So what was your inspiration?
Well, when I visited the Philippines the first time, I didn't even go to meet women. But what I learned was that most men do go there to meet women. And a lot of those guys try to use dating sites, and I had tried out a few dating sites myself. Once I saw that there were so many amazing women in the Philippines who wanted to meet men, but I found that the sites were really lacking in community and in education, in monitoring those sites to keep the scammers off. And so I saw that there was an opening, and at the time it was the recession, and I wasn't sure whether I would be able to have great work. I didn't really need the work, but I figured I might as well do something really productive with my time. So I tried it just as an experiment to see if we could bring the site together and provide a resource and education and a community for people. And so it's been successful. It keeps growing every month, every year. We keep growing. So it turns out it really was a niche that was there that we have been able to.
Great. When did you start?
Be an example in. About 5 years ago. That's 2008.
And what did you do before?
Well, actually, one of the things that really inspires the way that I come at this business is that actually this shirt, I wore this shirt specifically so I'd remember. This is my Amazon.com shirt.
Yes.
In 1998, I had a cubicle right outside Jeff Bezos's office.
Yeah.
In Seattle at Amazon.com. And so I've always been completely inspired by that experience. Bezos is just completely, absolutely dedicated to making sure the customer experience, the people who are paying him the money, is incredible experience. He's just completely dedicated to making sure that he's honest with them, that they get the greatest product, the best service from everybody in customer service. And so that's just the same way that we approach the dating industry now.
That's a great inspiration. So how does the Christian Filipina site work for an end user then? Can you walk us through the steps as a new user that wants to join? What happens and what do they get?
Yeah, we do have an application process. It's a manual review by our staff. So 24 hours a day we have somebody online who's reviewing the new applications. And that includes all men and all women. So we protect our women from all the guys in Malaysia and Nigeria and all the other places where they're trying to defraud women. We protect all the guys from anyone who is a woman who we believe doesn't have sincere intent. So assuming that they're approved, it's somebody who's really serious and sincere, they'll have an opportunity to join in the forum section that we have. They'll have the opportunity to send winks and messages, just like on most singles types of communities. And our vision actually is that they will be a part of the forum. They'll experience the educational components in our research section. We've written dozens and dozens of helpful articles there. They'll also be able to, even after they meet somebody, maintain a relationship with the same community. In fact, in January in Las Vegas, I hope I'll see you at the iDate conference, and we'll also be having the very next day a Christian Filipina reunion. So if you're still there, we'll invite you to come stop by.
That sounds good. So how much does the service cost?
We used to have a typical price point, but then we realized our services were really out of the park in terms of quality. Yeah. So we still charge people right now $97 for basic first entry. They can also start with $297 or $997, and the $97 gives them 1 month as well as an initial romance consultation with one of our ladies on our staff. The $297 gives them a romance consultation, some other bonuses, as well as 12 months of membership time, and the $997, that gives you unlimited, which means all the privileges, extra verifications, like some of our ladies will do a Skype conversation with somebody you choose to make sure that they're on the same page. And it doesn't expire. So
Yeah.
Those are our three basic levels, right? Christian Filipina.
So very different from internet dating, isn't it? I mean, you're charging significantly more, but doing an awful lot more. What would you say are the top three differentiators for what you're doing over what a typical internet dating site might do?
Well, in this industry, I didn't realize at the time something I learned actually from listening to some of your videos a while ago, a couple of years ago, which was that dating sites generally can make more money by allowing scammers to be on the sites than they can by policing. And that has always bugged me, and it still bugs me. I could have so much more money now.
It's a very short-term perspective for sites, but yes, that's very true.
So we take a different approach, and a lot of our competitors out there in international dating, but also in dating in the United States, other countries, and we've actually done some investigation and found some of what's going on, even dating inside the United States, and it's almost like it's a different industry. The people in those companies believe they're in the entertainment industry. Some of them even put in their terms of service that we are the entertainment industry. We're not the relationship industry. So one thing is that we really see ourselves as in the relationship industry. And at its best, any dating site, national or international, can be that same way. When you get to international sites, you also have complications because of cultural issues. You have complications because of language issues. You've got legal issues. For instance, in the Philippines, there's United States laws and there's Philippines laws that you have to try and interpret as best you can, even though they're vague, and make sure, obviously, that you're not doing anything illegal. There's one other thing I want to point out, which is that for men on sites in the United States, everybody knows men don't get a lot of responses from the people they write to. So their experience is generally that it doesn't work. And when they start an international dating site, if it's a site like ours, where they really are interacting with serious, sincere people who want to find and meet friends and more, they will actually get responses from people who they consider to be attractive and friendly. And every day we hear from our members who both are excited to have found the community and who are already happily getting to know friends and engaged and married. Just hundreds of people who are already married and thanking us for it.
You're working on a book?
Yeah, actually, it's in the final publication, self-publishing it. So with CreateSpace, it'll be out by the end of the year.
And what is the book?
It's called How to Meet, Date, and Marry Your Filipino Wife. Sorry.
Great. You also you have an answer to the Online Dating Association. I think you've got a site that you're working on. An advocacy site of sorts? You
know, actually, I'm not sure if it's an answer to, or if we may have been working on it beforehand, but I've been working with some other sites in the online dating industry, that in the international side, that I found to really work hard to screen their members. And that membership screening process, for the benefit of everyone, is just something that we really find important. And so we partnered with them to try and strengthen the awareness of this differentiation of sites that are trying to help you meet somebody versus sites that are trying to make money. And you'd be lucky if you can meet somebody. You might be able to, but it might not be a partnership the way as it is with ours. So. And what's the web address for the site? honestdatingsites.org. Gotcha. All yeah, right. It's in the final stages. You can take a look at it now. And it's ready to launch. Any day we'll have our official launch with a press release within a month. Great. And what's your plans for the next year for Christian Filipina? Where are you going to be in a year's time with the site and the service? Well, we are continuing to expand our services. So we've introduced the verification. I mentioned that. We're going to continue to expand the size of our team. Some people think, oh, Christian and Filipina, it's got to be a small niche. But we really still haven't scratched the surface of it. We've got more members and more revenue in a week than we ever did in our first year, but it's just got so much room to grow, and we're touching so many people that we're going to continue on the same path for the next while. We might eventually, because we have great software and a great staff, a great business model, we might be able to expand. But for right now, we're staying very focused on this exact market.
Could you give us a sense of scale and numbers, perhaps?
Well, we've had a couple 100,000 people who've joined the site over time, and about a third of those are men, a third are women from the Philippines, and a third are either, actually 15% are scammers that we've manually suspended. So I don't even really count those in one gender or the other. And then a third maybe women overseas or some other exceptional category.
Great. Peter Christopher, you're the CEO and co-founder of Christian Filipina. Thank you very much for your time.
Nice to be here. Thanks.